Today is April 4th. Bless you.
Yep. Thank you.
We are here. I am from the lovely confines of Kissimmee, Florida.
Kissimmee, Florida.
Yeah, shithole. This is like the Arlington of Florida and Orlando. Like it's just there, you know. It's like a whole bunch of people.
No,
not really Orlando.
A good part of Arlington and a shithole part.
Yeah, it's a big difference. We're close. We're on like the outskirts where I am. It's like almost to Fort Worth, basically. It's like the equivalent. But we're here. Rangers don't play today, and we don't know what to do with ourselves, so we just decided to throw this together.
Yeah, dude.
We're doing our weekly pre-recorded show, so if you're watching this, it's either through we post a link on PSF or you discovered our social media platforms, which, if that is the case, welcome. We will be posting pretty frequently, and we do a lot of live content on the Pro Sports Fans or PSF app. Feel free, you can have that for free on the download on the App Store and Google Play Store, but we're covering the Rangers, and
we'll have the link in our bios.
Oh yeah, description.
Feel free to click that. And
take a look at it. Just check us out. We got a lot going on. We're hoping to really get this thing rolling.
Oh yeah.
And we're still trying to figure some things out, but you know, we're still going to be recording. We're still going to be doing our thing as much as we can. But Rangers are
4-2.
4-2. They've won 2 out of 2 series, both 2 games to 3.
Yep.
Wait, 2 out of 3. Sorry.
And the Rays.
Yeah, the Cubs and the Rays.
Which actually, and in both, no, actually, no, sorry. In the Cubs, we took games 1 and 2, and in the Rays, we took 1 and 3. So.
Yeah, pretty good games. Kasey's been at 1. I've been at 1. And we've gone over most of our notes during our streams. We're just kind of like this is kind of just a more relaxed type of recording sesh where we can kind of just talk about whatever. This is where if we ever have guests on, this is where they're going to be joining us. So I do have some pretty interesting notes from all the games and some other stuff that we'll eventually go over.
What I want to take a deep dive into first is the bullpen situation, and more so the back end, which is regards to a one Jose Leclerc.
Got plenty of stats on him. I didn't realize that Robertson had pitched. He already has 3 holds and a win.
3 holds. He's been so solid, and I mean, dude, his curveball is working. I mean, it is dirty. And a stat that I saw yesterday is that the Rangers pen has given up 8 runs, and 6 of those have come from Leclerc.
The other 2 have been Yeri, right?
On the Paredes home run.
Yeah. Robertson's been really, really good. I think haven't we both seen him in person?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, we both. I saw him at the Rays game.
Because I didn't see him on Saturday because it was already like 9-2 by
So I know they pitched him. They pitched him on the 30th and the 28th. So
yeah,
I think you missed him. But another cool thing we're increasing the setup. Anytime we make some big additions, I want to go over. I want to highlight it because I put a lot of work into this. So I have this shelf here with the 3 lovely bobbleheads, and I want to extend it all the way down. I was telling Kasey before we started this thing, and then I have another big shelf up here, which I'm going to probably end up getting another one down there. But I got some bobbleheads on standby. I got TIE Fighter Nate and Silver Slugger Nate. Shit. Got everybody here. I'm like waiting to put a bunch of stuff out. There's also, they do this every fucking day. I don't know if they works for like the apartment complex I live at, but this dude goes up and down every stretch of, because we have like 2-story buildings, with the fucking blower. Just walks along.
That's what I heard.
He's been doing it all morning. I've been trying to like time it out to where like he's done and then I don't have to hear it on stream, but and go out here and beat the shit out of him. He's like, I swear, he just it wakes me up half the time. I'll be up at like 9 in the morning and just hear some dude blowing a leaf blower outside my room. Yeah, another big thing was the Young injury. It came out that the timetable, which was originally supposed to be around 6 weeks, is going to end up being closer to 8 to 10. So we were going to be expecting a lot more out of Walsh, and Foscue and Smith and Duran than we originally thought. So we're really hoping that Zeke plays like first half Zeke from last year, and Smith can keep his good little start rolling. But I'm really hoping Foscue can contribute, because obviously there's high hopes, but we kind of need him to do well in Josh Young's absence. But I mean, first game without him, we did pretty good.
Yeah, and Smith he had a great late 2-run double.
Yeah,
or a single.
Yeah.
And then he went. He went 2-second on the throw from series, so that was nice. But like that, he had some good at bats. So far, I'm kind of worried about Zeke, only because when he swings, and he is aggressive, and that gets him in in Triple A ton. And so it's the first week. Whatever.
Yeah. No, it's still.
I want to see at least some more competitive, at bats from him. Not these, 3 fastballs, swing.
Yeah,
You're done.
He's probably still getting his bearings. It's like,
so hopefully with some more at bats, he calms down. And he's, and he starts to have a June or July like last year.
Yeah, another big thing, obviously Langford we know he's still adjusting, but Semien is hitting only 250 and Himes hitting 230. It's we need some bigger contribution. And Corey's finally, he got his first
an extra base hit.
Yeah, and he's heating up, and it's going to be a thing where we from the beginning we thought that the offense would easily carry us, but at least out of the gate
right now.
You what? Yeah.
Second in ranking.
Yeah, it's. I just have this feeling that the lineup's not going to carry this team like we thought it would, especially if anybody else goes down. If we lose anybody, but we're not. And like you said, it's only the first week, so we can't really take all. We'd have to take it for what it's worth. These performances and. But yeah, if we lose anybody else, it's I just don't know. Nate went 7 shutout. He's still there. I was always skeptical about him just because he's older, but it seems to not even be a factor right now. He's there. So we've got Houston coming up this weekend, Friday, tomorrow, and into the weekend. But I don't know. It's going to be 5. No, it's going to be 2,
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, and
so
we got Bradford going tomorrow versus Hunter Brown.
Yes.
And that'll be interesting because, it's liable to be a slugfest. You got a bunch of those Astros hitters that tee off on the lefties. But
no, they love them. So that'll be interesting, and that'll be a real test for Cody B.
Well, on the note of bullpen still, one thing I didn't realize is that, what's his name? Jake Latz?
Yeah.
He's actually gone 2 and 2 1/3, shutout so far.
I think his first appearance was when we were getting cranked on by the Cubs. Well,
oh yeah.
He did allow 2 or 3 hits against the Cubs for them to score, but those runs went to Leclerc.
Okay.
So take with that what you will.
I think I don't know. I didn't even know who Yeri Rodriguez was whenever he made the team. But I think what they're doing is they're trying to find their next, big lefty, because they lose Chapman, and even he wasn't that much. But last year Burke didn't prove to be all that much.
Yeah,
He
so
had his struggles. So I think they're just
not
really
that
testing the
year.
waters with like 2 or 3 different guys. I mean, we have some really good righties. We got Yates, we got Robertson, we got Leclerc, who, if he can figure his shit out.
Spores when he's on.
Yeah, I mean, we got some guys, and I think if we have another really solid lefty in the setup role, sharing it with Robertson, that'd be
Okay,
pretty
so what
good.
about we? Okay, so what if we were to call up Kelly?
I was going to say Antoine. Did he
Yeah,
make AAA or AA? Shit, that's a fucking alarm.
they catch the shit out of me
That
here.
scared me, bro. Oops, I have like
I
6
believe
alarms
he's in
set.
AAA.
Whoops. Yeah, he's in AAA, so he's liable to be, but him and Leiter. I think if guys don't meet certain levels performance-wise, we
Yeah.
can see them getting called up sooner than we thought. But I don't know. We obviously went over the big takeaways from the week on Tuesday, but
Yep.
I mean, I had some funny notes about us and Houston all time. We
Boy.
in the regular season, we're actually pretty even. We're up by 2 games. We're 134 and 132 against Houston.
Let's go. We're still up.
And in the playoffs, we're up 4-3. That
Ah.
series, the ALCS last year, was the only playoff series we've ever had against them. And all-time games-wise, we have played 145 more games than Houston. We're at 9,970. They've played 9,825. Even though their organization came into creation like a year before us, or a year, like it was around the same time that the Senators did.
Yeah.
And we have like almost a whole season more than them. We have 179 wins less. We have 4,744. They have 4,923, and we have 323 more losses. We have 5,220. They have 4,897. Our first matchup was in 2001.
Oh yeah, because the interleague play they didn't come through for a while.
But that started. We actually hosted the first interleague game. I
Yeah,
don't know if you
with
knew
the
that, with the
the
Giants.
Giants.
But that was in like 94, 95.
I thought in like '98 because the first RBI was Mark Dirt or the one who got the first RBI in a interleague game was Mark DeRosa.
Oh,
I guess so.
that
There's
must
a
be the
little
show great.
fun fact.
That's interesting. But yeah, I know like Will Clark was on the Rangers, so like there's a cool picture of him with Dusty. I think it
There
was
you go.
Dusty when he was the Giants manager. But
From the Giants, yeah.
yeah, so
Old back in the day,
yeah, then
for our time.
2001, after like 40 years of existence, we never even crossed paths. Have they always been the Astros?
As far as I know.
I'm gonna check this. Should have done this beforehand, but now I'm like intrigued. I just want to make sure that like, yeah, no, they haven't been. You were wrong, sir.
No.
They came into existence a year after we did. They were the Colt 45s. Remember?
Oh my God, that's right. Yeah.
I think I knew that. I just
Yeah,
didn't. I just
I
completely
think
forgot.
I did
The
too.
Colt 45s. Wow, they were the Colt 45s and for 6 years until '69 when they became the Astros.
Yeah, because I even when I played select ball, we had our rivals were the Colt 45s and same colors, same all, and I think I inquired on the name and they said it, so that makes a lot of sense, and I think I've seen it on some documentaries and whatnot. So
You inquired.
I inquired.
Lance Berkman. It's a funny name. That dude, like, hated his time here. I remember seeing so many clips from like I was like 10. I was 10 at the time whenever he was with us in 13. And that dude just looked like he hated being here. Like, I
His
think the
nickname.
fans said the hatred was mutual because of
Oh,
like
okay,
we was 11 was
the
still fresh,
Cardinals, and yeah, I was like, why the fuck
and
is he here?
like I just the fact that he retired with us really weird.
Ridiculous.
He's not from here, is he? Hold on.
He's from
No, he's from Houston. Yeah,
he's
that's
from,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
He's from
He's from. He got drafted out of Rice. That's right.
yep.
But
Dude,
no,
yeah.
he spoke at DBU. So DBU always has, because their baseball program is really good. They always have these baseball guests before the season starts. They've
Yeah.
had Berkman, Chris Young. They've had Kinsler. Kinsler was there. I can't remember how long ago that was, but they've had several big time names that aren't even DBU alumni
Yeah.
because that program is just so goated.
Is it
Wow.
though?
I'm just like scrolling through Astros history right now.
Let's say Lance Berkman, his not big Big Puma, but his other nickname is pretty funny.
He has a nickname? I didn't even realize he had one. What is it?
Pat Elvis.
Fat Elvis. Didn't he make the didn't he have like a really good catch in center field on the hill that one time?
Berkman back up on the terrace. And did he hang on? I believe he did. He did. He did.
Was that him?
I think it was. I think that was him and that.
Alex Hill.
Yeah, fucking. That hill was like the most. The fact that it had an in-play flagpole.
Flag.
The
Yeah,
most
it's ridiculous.
stupid thing I've ever. Like, it's worse than like the.
But I kind of miss it. I
I
kind
don't
of
miss it. Like there's certain like the pesky pole. I can put up with that in Boston. You know, it's like cool.
That's nothing though. I mean, that's a out of play thing because
I've seen videos of like balls going off of the pole. Like is the ball still in play? Is it like what happens if it just hits off the top of the flagpole? What if it hits off the pole and like goes out? It's like I never understood that. I and then they took it out. Like why couldn't they have just done this sooner? It's one thing if you can't because of like the field, you can't remove it. But like in what was it 15, they just took it out, no problem. Like why was this even here in the first place? Another big name, Roy Oswalt. Really get your baseball mind working for you.
We got Wandy Rodriguez.
Who?
Wandy Rodriguez,
I don't know who that is.
lefty for the Astros, and then he came to us in like 13 or 14. He was,
Dude, I don't even remember that 13 and 14 roster. All I know is that Alex Rios was here, and then he just disappeared. So
hit a cycle, baby.
he hit a cycle on. I had that note. I have
Against
no
Houston,
idea
right?
what day that. There's some other big Ranger thing that happened on that day. The day that he hit a cycle. It was really weird.
I think you're playing Houston at Houston that day.
It might have been. Is that when Jake Elmore was on the team?
I don't know.
I had his
That
baseball
might
card.
That might have been when we had Jim Ducci.
That would have. Oh God, I'm gonna pull up that roster real quick. 2014. I just want to look at the team because like all I remember is Tanner Shepard was the opening day starter, and that's all you need to know.
And like Kirkman was in the bullpen, so that's just already a shit fire.
Adam Rosales, Mike Carp.
Yo, Adam Rosales, love in the chat, bro.
Remember he
Love that
got into it with Asdrubal Cabrera.
Yeah, for no reason.
That dude just got all mad because he fell over. Remember Kevin Kuzmanov?
Of course, I
That's a name
love
and a half.
Kuzmanov. Ray's great.
Jake Smolinski was on that team.
Oh,
Bro, Scott. Oh. Miles Michaelis, that's right. He made like 10 starts that year.
Yep, and then he went over to Japan or Korea.
Yeah, he went overseas and then came back. This pitching staff is like very.
Oh, dude.
Remember, so I didn't know this. I was going through some stuff. Spencer Patton, who was like a 2020 great for us. He had actually played in like 14. Like that's when he made his major league debut. I didn't know that. And he like toiled in the minors for like 6 years.
Oh.
God, Neil Kotz.
There he is.
Yeah, that's wild. We already said today's April 4th. The Rangers, even though we're not playing today, are 13-10 all time on April 4th. We have a plus 25 run differential with 133 runs scored and 108 runs allowed in 23 games.
We don't play much on this day. Weird.
Well, like, the big thing was, like, basically from 94 back until the beginning of the team, like, the league just didn't play that day. Like, it's very sparse. We randomly played in 74, we played again in 83, 88, 89, 94, 96, 97, 98, and then you get into the 2000s and we play, like, every other year.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how many of these are opening day games. I didn't bother to look, but we have not been shut out on this day.
There you go.
Another fun note. Played Oakland a lot. Angels a lot.
Early on in the year, in division rivals, kind of what they do. So this year for us, because I mean, so far we've had the Cubs and the Rays. So
Yeah, last year we
Which is
played Baltimore. We lost 2-7. Funny how that turned out, though.
yeah.
Any other notes you got? Anything else you want to talk about? I can go over birthdays. Got a couple
Do it.
around the league. Born on this day, 1924, the third Senators manager, Gil Hodges.
There you go.
1924. 1991, this will be a good one. Martin Perez. How is he doing? Has he made a start yet?
Perez.
Yeah.
He made one. He's got a 208, and I believe he starts today.
Fuck that.
Actually,
Who is he playing against?
that's a great question. The Nationals, which
God damn it.
also
He's gonna go 7
Joey
shutout.
Gallo went 3 for 4 last night.
Hit his first bomb, yeah.
So there you
So
go.
happy. So happy for that guy. I love him. Can we trade for him at the deadline?
That's
Please? What do you
How about
mean?
some contact?
He needs a ring.
How about some contact?
Nah, we don't need contact. That's what we got Evan Carter for. Even though he's over
That's like he's
11.
not over. So.
Our meeting will end in 10 minutes. Oh, man.
Dick.
Apparently, Zoom doesn't like us. This is sort of like a test stream. This is like our pilot video. Oh, my God. I don't know what that was. 1994, born on this day, Ranger great Renato Nunez.
Nunez.
Yeah.
Dude, I actually liked him a lot, and I was kind of sad when he went to Baltimore. Then he cranked like 30 bombs, and then gone. Never heard from him.
He had like a power stroke and then just fell off.
He's gone.
Last one from today, born on this day in 1888, no longer with us. Tris Speaker.
Tris Speaker.
He's a Hall of Fame, right?
I believe so, yes.
He's born in Hubbard, Texas.
Hubbard Tejas.
Yeah. And then died on this day, no longer with us, 1999, early win. Another Hall of Famer for you.
Yeah.
That's all I got. My notes are exacerbated, so you're going to have to carry this last 10 minutes.
All right. Well, I kind of want to touch on a little out of Ranger news real quickly.
All right.
It has been now confirmed that from 25 to 27, the A's are going to Sacramento.
They're nameless. I saw that tweet this morning. They're just going to be the A's.
Yeah, and they'll be the A's, and that's it.
What's worse?
That is their final move before going to Vegas, even though they don't have a deal yet with them. And that's just a whole nother shit show in itself. And I'll let the A's fans have that one. I don't want to. That's just a whole shit
You
storm.
count them, like on one hand, those fans. I don't know what's worse, the Washington football team or
A's.
the A's. Just
I don't know.
The Athletics.
So, although, did you see that that's the wrong sport. Well, whatever. The Commanders are now being sued.
Over what? Oh, is it over the name?
The name. They're being sued by the American Indian Society or something, because their logo was a actual chief like Lightfoot or something.
Wow.
So they're pissed about that, and so
That backfired on them.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But Ranger news or Rangers in general. I think Leiter makes another start this weekend, I do believe.
Has he made
So,
a start? Oh yeah, we went over his start.
well, I'm not. Yeah, but I think he's slated to make one more
Okay.
this weekend. And if that's the pitch or the pitch, if yeah, or yeah, if that is whatever, I will be tuned in, taking notes and all
You're not gonna
that.
go.
Because wait, what?
You're not gonna go.
I would love to, but I am in Fort Worth, and Round Rock is a hefty drive for
Oh, I
me,
forgot. He's not in Frisco anymore.
and so I really can't
Fake
do
fan.
that. Sadly, I know Shane Green pitched last night, got absolutely rocked.
Wait, like Tigers legend Shane Green?
Yes,
He's in our AAA. Do
yes,
we still
we
have,
got
do we still have Diego
some.
Castillo?
I don't know about that, but we signed Shane to a non-roster, and we sent him to the minor league camp, and he gave it the thumbs up. So,
Hmm.
actually, tonight is Michael Lorenzen, so I
Always
will be
making
watching
his.
that. Yes, that is
Wow.
tonight at 7:30 against the El Paso Chihuahuas. It's a great
Minor
name.
league
So that is
names.
the San Diego minor league affiliate.
Okay. Did you see
Uh,
Baltimore's AAA team
no,
like beat the fuck out of the White
I
Sox?
did, dude. They're like 1 through 5 went off. It was
Yeah.
stupid.
But like their one
Um,
through five is like has like 4 top 10 prospects in baseball.
but and then tomorrow is Owen White. He already has a 9 ERA.
Jeez.
I think it's time to just clip him and call it a loss. I
Well,
don't. I have never been his fan, but he's just getting worse. And then Saturday is Jack Leiter, so I will also be watching that, taking notes
when is Cole
on
Winn pitching? Is he even in the rotation?
him. I don't know. I would assume he. I mean, actually, I don't know at this point.
At this point.
I
Did
mean,
you
he had like
know
what?
did you
What?
remember do you know who Daniel McCutcheon is? The guy who got the out called with the Pirates in like 2010 in the 16th inning?
No.
Like the worst call of all time. You don't know that?
No, the worst call of all time is the Galarraga game.
Oh, the perfect game. Yeah, that's actually probably right. But yeah, there's a whole like foolish baseball video on the worst call of all time. It was McCutcheon was the pitcher. He played for us in 2014. Sorry. Um, I wonder if Shane Green can turn it around. Those like bullpen pitchers are so weird because like one year they'll just be like there, and then the next they're just
Brock Burke,
yeah.
which
Shane
is
Green's like
this
older,
might
I
be
think. I don't think
yeah,
he's
but
young anymore.
this might be kind of like a weird note, but I can now confirm that Brock Burke lives in Colleyville.
Yo, really? I wonder if he goes to my old church.
I have a friend, Harrison Johannes, and his mom's old house there got sold, and he asked the group chat if we knew if we knew who a Brock Burke is, and me, I'm like, yeah, he's a pitcher
Of
for
course,
us.
Harrison doesn't know who
Yeah,
that is.
and
He has
oh,
no idea.
well, yeah, he now lives here, and so I
You'd
now
have
know.
like Corey Seager buy out that house, and Harrison still be like, "Who's that guy?"
No, actually, he knows a few guys. I've kind of gotten that group chat into the Rangers, shockingly.
I didn't know any of them outside of you and Austin were even into baseball. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they went to about 5 games last year, I'd say.
Wow.
So that's.
Did you know David Murphy went to my old church in Colleyville?
Tell me that.
Yeah, we were going in one day and we just like saw him. It was my dad. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's David Murphy. Apparently, like a bunch of people live out in like that whole like metro. Like obviously, Josh. Like we have like Westlake. That's like the really really
Yeah.
nicest area and all of that.
Oh, Josh went to Gateway right here.
Oh, did he? He went to that one?
Yeah, he went to that one.
Wow, that's
Before all
actually
the
really
all
cool.
the renovations, and then he stopped when he went to the Angels. So there's that.
Well, like my dad, who worked out in Southlake for a long time, he's met Vernon Wells several times. Like apparently he was a regular. And there's a
Yeah,
Tom
he's-
Thumb out in Westlake that I knew a couple people worked at who've seen several people. And like Mike Adams, former Ranger guy, I was telling you about that. He lives in Keller apparently, and
Oh,
they have all this stuff that like the Rangers do for opening day. They have this like party bus that comes out to opening day and
yeah.
tailgates. And he
Bus,
goes
yeah.
there every year and he just hangs out in the party bus.
Really?
Yeah. He was
Um,
on a podcast that I listened to that was doing a live show from the party bus, and Mike Adams just kind of walked in and they interviewed him for like 20 minutes. So,
did you watch the broadcast yesterday?
no, I did not.
Well, Dave Raymond and David Murphy, that they thought that for the sixth and seventh inning, the topic of the day would be Riz.
You know what? I saw a note on this on Twitter. You know who? Somebody asked Jankowski what Riz
How's
is.
that my game?
You know what he said?
Rizzo.
Rizzo, the first. He's like, what is Riz? The first baseman for the Yankees.
Because they showed that at the game I was at.
That's so funny. They showed that clip.
Like the whole team was doing it.
Oh my god,
that was interesting.
I need an El Blondie bobblehead like right now.
I never thought that I would hear Dave Raymond say I wonder if he's putting some Riz on those pitches.
Some Riz. He's the one who did the 6'9". He was always in on that. He's into bits, man. I love Dave Raymond because he's like, yeah, no, he's the one that did when they got to 69 pitches. He's like, it's pretty nice. It is nice. It's a whole thing. I'll see if I can find the clip and play it because that's a funny bit. All right, hold on. We're gonna do this real quick. We're gonna keep this rolling. We're just gonna like cut out ahead and end the meeting. So give us like 1 sec. What's up, man?
Hey, buddy.
We're having to Skype now because apparently Zoom's not free. Your camera quality's pretty good.
It's not free?
Well, you gotta upgrade to get a longer call time.
Well, do they have like a free thing for students?
Fuck if I know.
Which we are.
No fucking idea.
I need to shave. Well, trim.
But I don't feel like doing it. Because fuck Zoom. You got Skype.
What the fuck's your camera?
What do you mean, where's my camera?
I can't see you.
The fuck? How about now? Oh my god.
Oh,
Did that do it?
yeah, I don't know why you're like horizontal.
It might be because of your screen. I had to adjust my view.
I don't know. This is so weird. Oh, there we go. Weird.
Did you fix it?
That's annoying. Hold on.
I didn't have any more Rangers notes.
I didn't know if you wanted to talk about our experiences at the ball games.
We can kind of go into that. I wanted to hear yours because I kind of shared mine on the stream. Like, how was it? Because you went the day after opening day.
Yeah, so I went for the rings ceremony. They had the podium, little stage things set up behind the mound. They called out every coach and player, and they had little pyro things go off. Not like the Cubs one. I don't know if you've seen that meme, but for their home owner, they had little like pyro things, and they were like so small.
Oh, I did
so
see
bad.
that. As soon as they walked out of the dugout, it was like just
yeah,
shot
but
up,
ours were
crappy looking.
Ours were on high beams, and then they shot out. But that was cool. They had that was cool, and then is that the game the game there were actually a lot of Coast fans, which I mean they're one of the more known teams, so it's kind of like when the Yankees come in town or the Dodgers.
Braves. They always have a ton of
the Braves. But Bradford pitched well. On my Twitter, me and a few fans were kind of saying how nervous we were watching him pitch. He allowed that two-run bomb to dance me, and like, oh crap, here we go. Like
but that ended up being it.
and that was it.
Yeah.
And then then came the Walsh smoked one. I mean, smoked it. Garcia, first row in the deepest part of that right field. Well, aside from the 410 part, but along that wall before the V pen, it was right there. And then we just kept going. Josh Young got his first earlier in this the second deck. It was a great time, great fans. There were definitely some pissed Cubs fans in our section. We had a few there
One
in
right
ours.
next to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Austin probably wasn't too
Or
happy.
I guess, yeah, he wasn't, but I didn't care. I was having
You
time
were
of
enjoying it.
my
You were
life.
happy. You were soaking
Yeah.
it in. What time did y'all get there? Like
We
compared
got
to
there at
game time?
about, so the game was at 6:30, or was it 6? I think it was
Sometime around there.
6:30. And or 6, whatever. Well, anyway, we got there at about 5.
Oh, not too bad.
Yeah, about, yeah. Yeah, I'd say about 4:30 to 5ish is what we
Okay.
we got there. We walked to our seats. We sat down, and within like 20 minutes they were already going.
Wow. Yeah,
So yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy going back to that ballpark
Yeah.
whenever I'm able to because Tropicana sucks. Major
And then
major dig.
I wanted to try those Korean bao buns
Yes.
because
That
they're right behind they're right behind the first base concourse, right by
Oh, yeah.
sweet baby sweet. I can't talk today. Sweet baby Rays. Holy shit.
That's the
Sweet
new
baby Rays.
That's the new
Wow.
Anakin.
Yeah, but now I can. Sweet baby Rays.
That's
Anyway, it's right next to there because our
great.
friend got a pretzel and like 2 hot dogs
So
there.
is it down there
But
like in that area, kind of like where the Jersey rack is? Is it kind of
yes,
tucked in?
yes,
Okay,
yeah.
like in that
But,
side.
but yeah, so but there it's like I'm not sure if you've seen the Amazon like no touch like the stores where you walk in, you grab your shit, you walk
Oh,
out,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like that. But the bao buns are like $20,
Oh my
and
God,
I really didn't feel like spending that at the time, so
it's
I
a
was
lot of
like,
money.
I'll be okay.
See,
But
you gotta try the Whataburger, or even is that in the stadium?
it's on the third base concourse, right where the what would be there, kind of to the left
Oh,
of the Bluebell,
yeah,
and
on
like
that
where like
side.
the barbecue place is, or not, well, not her Hurtado, but kind of like where like that big opening is, but like it's
I know what
I
you're talking
don't know like
about.
what section.
It's
Yeah, but yeah, it's right there, and it opens up on Friday. So I'm sure on the broadcast we'll see the huge line that's going to be
the
there.
the Whataburger line. Did you um I forgot what I was gonna ask. Have you ever had the Hurtados, like the
I
actual
have not. Have
dish?
you?
Yes, like 4 times.
Okay,
That shit
I
is.
never have.
You realize that's like one of the top 5 ranked barbecue places in all of Texas.
Yeah, well, I
It's
want to try
so good.
Terry Black's first.
Terry Black's never had that. If you want really good barbecue, go down to Austin, Franklin's.
I'm not going to Austin.
Dude, you should have been there. So one day it was, I think right after COVID. Um, my granddad and
Can
my
we say
dad
that?
and I. What?
I say, can we say that?
Better be able to say COVID. If I can drop an F bomb, I can't say the C word.
I don't know. I don't know what that. I don't really. I'm not big on like all that.
We're gonna get
That
demonetized when we were
yeah.
not even monetized. But yeah, we were just bored one day, so we woke up super early, drove down to Austin, got there around noon, got barbecue, and just drove back after.
All right.
It was so good, but it's that good that it's seriously rated as like one of the best. It's rated number 1 in Texas. When the
Are you sure it's not Terry Black's? Because
No,
that's all I've heard is
Franklin's
that
is number
is
1.
that their
You go
is that
to
their number one? Just
yeah.
Terry Black's.
Well, the guy who created Franklin's during COVID had his own master class.
His on what?
Remember when master class? that whole thing? So the
Nope.
people because during COVID, people weren't able to go out, and so Masterclass blew up. So it was all like the most obscure topics, and so the guy who did Franklin's, that's how Franklin's really got on the map, was because the guy hosted his own Masterclass on how to smoke brisket, and it's the best barbecue I've ever had, and that's what whenever my dad got his smoker, he based his recipe off of the guy who did Franklin's. Man, that stuff's good. But I've had several. I've had like my granddad's making a barbecue. They have one down not far from Aledo, where I lived. It's like 15 minutes east, like southeast. Danes. Really, really good. Really, really good. And yeah, so hopefully I've had hurtados from the ballpark like once, and it's like you're not gonna get the real deal, but they're still pretty good.
Well, that line is always so damn long.
Yeah, but like it's still like, even though you're getting like a cheap, not the actual location version, it's still really good for what it's pretty expensive, but barbecue.
Yeah,
in general.
I'm curious to see the prices for Wada. I want to know if they're gonna crack it up.
There's no way. Okay, yeah, what they're probably gonna do is have like specialty items and just like crank the volume. They're the volume, the price. They're just gonna spike that.
Because I need a number 2 with cheese and with that while I haven't watched the game.
But that's the same thing. It's like, okay, if they have like the regular menu, that shit's gonna sell so freaking much.
Quick,
like, that's gonna be such a banger. But if they have specialty items and nothing else, it's like it's probably still gonna sell, but it's not gonna be as much if they just have the regular menu. Like they just stuck a Whataburger inside of the fucking ballpark. It's like, imagine.
I'm so happy because I was
like
tired.
A dining area. They how they have like the Bass Pro one in Grapevine that has like the fish on the inside. They have to have like it's literally a dine-in Whataburger just with like Rangers shit on the inside. You know how cool that would be?
It'd be nice.
Pretty damn nice, but yeah,
I'm excited.
It's gonna be the regular item.
I'm excited.
Oh yeah, no, I'm kind of jealous because the Trop has. We were in the concession area.
Mm-hmm.
They had these random. They had a pizza place, but it was like an actual like a food court type setup, and they had like 4 different random ass restaurants I had never heard of. Like the concourse and like the kind of walkways in the ballpark are like minor league-esque. Like it was awful. Like you could see like there was no like everything like piping and shit. The ceiling was all open and exposed, and it's like
Jesus.
It just feels like where am I? They had like it's really weird. I don't recommend it. They had cool graphics though on the walls for the players. I wish we had what they had graphics wise.
Really?
Yeah, they had these really awesome like close-ups of like Eflin and Fairbanks, and yeah, they had some cool designs there. But
interesting.
Yeah, the Trop kind of sucked though. When they did
that's what I hear.
When they did the national anthem, they do all this shit with the lights in the ceiling, and it's like
because I saw it when they had a home run.
That's pretty cool in person. Like I will say, but dot race. They had like the equivalent of a dot race between their mascot. They have this cat.
Yeah, it's a cat.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Well, they have like their main guy who's not the cat, but they also
have
the cat. And they had this random ass dude. It's like they had a special guest mascot, and it was just this random dude. And they raced, and the cat slammed the other mascot into the wall, and basically it's just a dot race, just with some random fucks.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my dad, and I'm like, dot race is better. Oh
yeah.
So what's the deal with they're not playing Cotton Eye Joe or I Like Texas anymore?
So okay, so that's a new. That's the whole thing in itself. So I don't. So for the World Championship, I guess they decided to do something new, and this is not just us. This also was from Pat Green, so he was in on this whole thing. But I swear. It was some weird like remix, and I swear I heard like faint little pieces of I Like Texas in it.
That's why.
But
but
they didn't play the actually, and there was some outlash on Twitter, and it got really bad. Like I'll be honest, this is the side of Rangers Twitter that I don't like. They
We
were
had this
calling him
side.
out, calling him names, trying to get him fired. And I mean, and it's not, and like 9 times out of 10, what he plays is a set list. It's not him. He plays it. But he has taken what he has taken our complaints to the higher ups.
Oh, really?
So
So he's like,
so yeah. I'll have to find his Twitter again, but he's been super nice despite what the Rangers fans have said to him. Which still
sheesh.
it hurts me to
My
to
dad
see
was,
that side.
yeah, my dad was telling me about that. Like that's played since he was going to games at old Arlington Stadium. Like that's been around since like the inception of the Rangers.
And
Yeah, so
trust
I
me,
heard
I felt the
it's like
same
a,
way.
yeah, and like what I heard was it's like a remix, which
Yeah,
has
it's a
like bits of the
remix.
original.
Which, like I said, what people don't get is that Pat Green that was his thing, his idea.
Go.
Since we're the
Yeah,
yes,
no.
since
No.
since we are the world champs. He wanted to kind of incorporate that and make something new since it's a new era here. But the
That's a
fans
staple.
were like, "Hey,
That's a staple.
we don't want that,"
Don't do that.
and so we thought that this was all on the DJ. And so we put a lot of hate towards him, which is not okay in the first place.
It's not okay.
But also,
That's wild.
it's not really his choice.
Yeah, he's just doing what he's
This is
told
all
to
the
play.
higher ups and Pat Green.
I didn't
So
realize
if
that.
you want to be mad at
Wow.
anyone, it's Pat Green.
Oh yes.
But like I said, he has brought it to the attention of the club, and I would assume and hoping that tomorrow night that's what we hear. Hopefully I'm sure we'll find out on Twitter within 10 minutes after the game. Now the whole Cotton Eye Joe thing, I don't care about,
Oh, I
honestly.
hate you, man. I was at the Rays game expecting that, and I'm like, oh yeah.
And honestly, when I think of
Tampa.
Cotton Eye Joe, isn't even a song that resonates with me when I think of the Rangers. So I couldn't care
I
less.
always I always wanted to experience that like hammered, like 5 beers in, the Cotton Eye Joe comes on. I'd flip. I'd flip my shit. I'd be
Like
like,
I
yo.
honestly, if you told me to recall a time I heard it at the ballpark, I don't know.
It's like it
Like
okay, like before, like I didn't go to games consistently prior to 22, and like I didn't care for it. You don't keep notes of it in the beginning, but like at a certain point, it grew on me, and I'm like,
Well, in the last
by
two
last
years,
year I
I've
was
been to
like,
like
I
30
want
plus
this.
games.
Yeah, yeah, no, I liked
I
it.
don't care for it.
I'm kind of
I mean,
I'm kind of mad they got rid of it.
after they took away Bubba O I can't say it, Bubba O'Reilly from the old ballpark. I mean, that was my song. That I loved hearing anytime we did the lineups or we went out on to the field. That was
But
my
see, the
favorite.
Who, that's like the Mavs thing. That made sense. Like the Mavs have um, Eminence Front playing for the starting lineups. That was like big in like 11 and all that. And I forgot they
Well,
played
we had it
Bob
too, but
O'Reilly at the
I don't
ballpark.
know.
Wow.
I miss it.
Yeah, that was a big thing, and I heard some people talk about it because that was bad. I didn't realize it like the backlash was so high
It was
because
it was a bad. It's not a good look for Ranger fans,
like
and also
yeah
what we did to
yeah
Maton and his mom.
oh yo you were telling me about that that's crossing the line. Like there's no
I
way to
mean,
confirm
deeming
that was
someone's
intentional,
mom,
dude. I thought Ranger fans were better. Like there's no way to prove that it was intentional. Like
like
I mean
we're stooping
probably
down to it. We are stooping down to Houston.
we we it sucks that Young and all these guys got hurt, but man, that is going a little too far. He
Yep.
probably just lost his control. Like in all reality, he probably just, unless like the only explainable thing is like he had like a personal grudge for whatever reason
Yeah.
that we just
But
don't know
apparently
about.
his little bro plays
For us,
for
yeah,
our
yeah,
minor league, so
yeah.
it's
It's It's like, oh
I
my
don't
god.
know.
And then we're going after his mom, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
oh, that's not a good look, buddy.
that's a little too far. It's like
Yeah, I don't.
your social media, like not your trolls, but like your people who just like some
And your
people go
casuals.
some people that like some people go way too far with it.
They so
That's the
do.
scary part about social media is because like yeah, it's
Like, I mean, yes, I tweet out "fuck Phil Maton" and I'll kill him. Like, yes, I said those things, but that was in the heat of the moment,
yeah, I got into that,
and
but
that's all I'll say. I'm not gonna DM him or his mom saying your son's a piece of shit. I'm not gonna do that.
I'd play
Come
like
on.
I'd try just to get like an answer out of him. Like, I wonder if anybody asked him just straight up like was there any intent behind that? And
Well, he's not gonna. I
that's
mean, I would
exactly what
hope
it
he's
is.
not gonna
You're not
admit
gonna
to
get
it.
an honest answer from him. I mean, you might if it actually
You
like he
might
just
if
lost his
you're
control.
Mike Fires or something.
Yeah, I
Or
mean, it might have just been intentional, but like I have videos. I'll play them now. My dad recorded it. We were at the Rays game. The first pitch of the Adolis at bat, high and in, and then like two
no, it's
pitches
hiding
later,
him.
actually beans him, which I was really concerned that Adolis was hurt
So
because
so was
he
I.
took his time walking to first. But that catcher Pinto followed him. And I'm like, what
Yeah,
was
because
that trigger a little
because he
bit?
knew that Garcia would kill Maton.
And that's like I don't know. I mean, obviously you guys stand up for your pitcher, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I don't. Maton wasn't even doing anything, and like Adolis wasn't going after anybody in particular.
He was pissed
He was just mad that he got
and
beamed.
he was yelling. Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard
he's
that.
probably hurt. He's probably like like physically in pain, so he was just like getting that out of his system. That's where that picture that went all over like Astros Twitter about him being on roids. It's
I
his
know,
forearm.
but
That picture's like
that's nothing new.
I was at
But
Target and I was
I
like
swear
scrolling
it's the
through.
same size.
I
I don't
know
see the freaking difference.
they well
I don't, but I could be wrong.
well they compared the picture of him with the Cardinals with like that
See,
forearm
that's a big
picture. That's a big
comparison.
difference. Like they like his shoulders and his neck, and during the
Yeah,
playoffs
but
last year, there were all these things going on about him being on roids.
yeah,
And,
but you don't see those same guys doing that for Giannis
your
in the
yeah,
NBA.
no.
Because dude, his
He
first
threw a thumbs. It does that on here too. I didn't realize that. It did. What was that? Was that on FaceTime when it did that, or was it?
I don't know because I just did that and that was so weird. Anyway,
It was FaceTime. We did FaceTime on our Macs. You threw up the thumb.
that's so fucking weird.
The fucking
Okay.
thumb.
Anyway, because if you look at his pictures from his first year to like 2 to 3 years ago, I mean, he went from a little like a twig to just absolutely like hulking.
I think a baseball counter for the Adolis that theory is just like Jordan. Jordan has put on a ton since he was.
Oh yeah, yes. I mean,
like,
in the Dodgers time, he wasn't like hulking or anything.
No,
I
even
mean,
like
they changed him for Josh Fields.
even in the beginning when he was with Houston, he's put on a lot since then. So
Yeah.
like that argument, a lot of it has just been like clickbait type,
Freaking
trying to get
Cubans, dude. They get it. They fucking get it.
they get it on. Man.
Them two, Chappie. I mean,
Yeah, that dude's like him. It's weird because like you can be biggest dude like him and Thor, still can't put it together.
no.
Well,
Man, I had something to talk about, but it just left my head.
train
Just
of
gone.
thought, lost it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I literally had something to talk about, but gone. I will say,
Lost his
I'm
control.
really excited for this weekend. Not only for the Houston, like like we said, but like I said, Lorenzen tonight, Lighter on Saturday. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably have the Round Rock game on my TV, but I'll have the Ranger game on my laptop, and I'll be taking notes on my phone. Because if you don't, so for those who don't know about me, I am probably the biggest Jack Leiter fan you will ever see. I have been following him since his senior year of high school, and when he went to the Yankees in the draft, I was mortified. and then thankfully he went to Vandy, and then I actually watched the draft when we got him on a road trip. I almost made my mom wreck our car because when the Pirates took Davis, I screamed because I was so happy. And then I learned from that we took him, so I just kind of gave a fist bump. And the past 2 years, I don't know if you guys play yeah, exactly, play the show, but they have this parallel system, and for the last 2 years, I have been the first one in the world to get him to superfractor. So
Five, yeah, the highest.
and then I was also at his first game for Frisco. I
Oh
have the
yeah, I
videos
forgot. Well,
from that.
I'm gonna put up the picture now of you in the selfie with him. We
All
got the
right,
audio
cool. Yeah, okay,
when
yeah,
you and
you
I
can do
went.
that. And then if you want to, I can also send you some of the video from that first game. And if not,
I
it's
still
fine.
have them
But
saved in our snap.
okay, yeah, that's right. But yeah, so I'm hoping that he kind of comes off of that last start, just
Well,
yeah, firing, and then Lorenzen is probably the bigger one for right
oh
now,
yeah,
only because he's going to be up within like probably the next week or two. So heck, he might even be ready for that next Houston
right,
series
right.
there. So I'm hoping to see about 4 innings from him to you know tonight, or I probably say around 50 to 60 pitches, and then I'm hoping he is fluent and doesn't get hit too bad.
Well, to wrap up the AAA thing, it's like if anybody else gets hurt, or if our bullpen doesn't perform like what I said earlier, I think we're gonna be relying a lot more on some AAA guys and some minor league guys
Yep.
to come up and make an impact more so and
Anticipated.
sooner than we anticipated. So it'll be interesting. You could have had the dual TV setup. You know, Rangers on one TV, Round Rock on one the other TV, but you kind of
So,
broke
for
the
those who
rule.
don't know, I am probably the most passionate fan you will meet. And with that passion comes anger towards certain teams. And as a Ranger fan, that team is going to be the Astros. So, in the ALCS, when Abreu hit that 3-run bomb, I was not happy. And so I was watching in my living room with one of my friends, and I was pissed off, and I had a empty Gatorade bottle, so I decided to chunk it on the floor in just pure frustration. What I didn't anticipate is that the bottle would smack the floor, skid off, and shoot towards my parents' TV, smacking it directly with the bottle cap, thus breaking their TV. So now my two TV setup is now one, and they currently own my 55-inch Sony TV.
Yeah, you used to have two TVs. You got the mounted
Oopsies.
one.
Yeah. So it
It was
was
a cool
right
setup. Yeah,
there.
it was a dope setup.
Uh,
We dual wheeled
Yep,
some shows and
I would either
gaming.
watch two games, which it was usually like the Rangers and the Mavs or the Stars, or occasionally a minor league game, or I would play games and watch a game. But now it's just I got to do one or the other.
Right. There's kind of a.
Oops. But hey, I broke the TV. We won it all.
So
Is
does
there
that mean you
really
got
a
to break
loss
another one
here?
this year?
Yeah. So Black. So I will definitely be shopping on Black Friday for a new TV for some new TVs.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. We're gonna be streaming on. Well, this video might not get posted until tomorrow, anyways.
So in that case, we'll be streaming
We
tonight,
might be live. Yeah, we might. We're streaming the first Astros Rangers rematch, Friday, tomorrow night. So
April 5th. So yeah. So yeah.
yeah, yeah, all the
So
kind of stuff.
please tune in. We'll do a pre-game show about 15 to 20 minutes prior to first pitch, and then depending on how the game goes, our post game can run from 10 minutes to half an hour. depending on how much we have to talk about.
Yeah.
And
If we get
so we're excited.
like a game like opening day, we might be going pretty long. But
Pretty hefty.
yeah,
And then
no.
and then a game like Saturdays, we'll probably only cover a few things and call it a day because it was just so lopsided.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but definitely tune in there. I don't know how soon this will be posted. I've got to do a couple things,
Yeah,
but
some editing and all that, but I'm excited and I can't wait to
it's gonna be
sail there for
yeah,
the Stros. We want all of y'all there.
yeah,
I mean, this is the first rematch of the CS, so I'm sure Peppers might flare. I'm sure I'm sure Maldi not being there might help a tiny bit, but even then, it's might be pretty hectic.
I mean, Maton's still beating people. He's still injured
Exactly.
young. He's not there anymore. So next time we play the White Sox, shit might go down. But
Yeah, with and that with that one, I'd probably say that's more on the Marcus end of things
yeah,
with their beef.
right. Forgot about that, but no, we'll be doing that
I
on there. Yeah, that's all that I think all that we had today. But this is kind of our first stream, like I said, so we want
It's a
y'all's
work in
feedback.
progress.
Yeah, and it's still
Yes,
work in
please.
progress. We do want
Any
feedback, but
feedback, good or bad, we don't care. We want to hear it, so
yeah,
please
so
let us know.
comment, reach out to us. Definitely check us out on the PSF app. But yeah, no, I guess that's gonna be it for now.
Yep, and go Rangers of course.
Man, Hurtado sounds good right now. All right, I gotta go to work.
All right, brother.
Love you.
Y'all take care.
We'll see y'all later.